of Toastmasters Club of Storytellers. Let us begin this meeting with three statements which I would like for all of you to repeat after me, repeat it out loud, or at least repeat the sentence in your head. Statement 1: I am nothing. I am nothing. Statement 2: I am a common human being. I am a common human being. Statement 3: I am learning on the go. I am learning on the go. I am nothing. I am a common human being. I am learning on the go. Ladies and gentlemen, with these three statements, we have absolved ourselves of any pressure to perform. And we will spend the next 1.5 hours giving our best and absorbing anything and everything that is presented in front of us. And with this, I would now like to hand the virtual stage to the president of Toastmasters Club of Storytellers, which is me, Deeptendu. And I can see that guest is joining us right now, Suraj or Suraj, if I'm pronouncing the name correctly. So, my fellow Toastmasters, I'd like to begin the President's address first of all by re-announcing that we have completed our club level international speech contest and table topics contest. For table topics contest, Toastmaster Deepti and Toastmaster Deeptendu, that is me, will be representing our club at the area level. And for the international speech contest, Toastmaster Deepti and Toastmaster Arjun would be representing our club at the area level. The announcements of the area level contests will be done in the days to come. Also, we are currently in the month of February 2024, and it is about time to rethink and renew our commitment with Toastmasters community and with Toastmasters Club of Storytellers. So, those of you who are reaping the benefits of attending Toastmasters meeting, do consider renewing your membership as soon as possible. You can contact me, Rahul Chawla, or Ankan for renewing your membership and continuing the wonderful journey that is Toastmasters. And with these announcements out of the way, I again thank you all for coming and joining the meeting this afternoon. Mohit Arora is someone whom I am seeing for the first time in our meetings. So I would request Mohit Arora to introduce him in a sentence. Tell us how did he get to know about us.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deeptendu. I am Mohit Arora. I am from Gurgaon Toastmasters Club. I have joined Toastmasters journey just 6.5 months back. And how I got to know about this Toastmasters of Storytellers is, I think 2 months back, Toastmaster Mehak uploaded on one of the WhatsApp groups. From where I joined this meeting also, and I played the role of a timer at that time, few months back. So due to time constraints, I wasn't able to attend all the meetings recently, but let's see. I have came back for this thing.
Well, thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit, for joining this afternoon. We have Tajinder and Suraj also joining in. Suraj, would you like to introduce yourself? Tell us in a sentence something about yourself and how did you get to know about Toastmasters Club of Storytellers? Suraj? All right. So until the time Suraj becomes available, Tajinder has also joined and Suraj has dropped. So Tajinder has also joined. Tajinder, could you please share about something about yourself in a sentence and tell us how did you get to know about Toastmasters Club of Storytellers? Tajinder, I think you are unmuted, but we can't hear you. All right, we'll circle back to the guests who have joined in this afternoon. With this, let us have a round of applause for meeting number 151 and officially hand the virtual stage to the Toastmaster for today's meeting, Toastmaster Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dityendu, for a warm welcome. Greetings, everyone. Good evening. As you all know, that on 1st Feb, budget was released. How many of you know and how many of you have seen the budget? Anybody? Okay. So today we have gathered here, or we are going to see that what significant plans have been developed in the budget 2024. Before starting with what all things have been introduced and what all things have been said in the budget, I want all of you to answer some of the very basic and easy questions around that. So I would request everyone who is present here to switch on their mics, and I would ask the questions and you would have to answer them in the chorus itself. And I expect answers from everyone because the questions are really very basic. Okay, so switch on your mics, everyone. Okay, so the first question is, who is the finance minister of a country?
Nirmala Sitharaman.
Nirmala Sitharaman.
Yes, it's absolutely correct. Second question is, for how many years Nirmala Sitharaman has been presenting the budget?
2 years.
No,
4
it's
years.
been a
think this is
while
her
that
sec-
Modi government has been formed. So
I think
think
this is
about
her
it.
second term.
In terms, so what, 7 years or 8 years?
You're close, but it's 6 years.
6 years.
Okay, let's move on. What is the theme for the budget 2024?
Need a hint.
Cats with me.
Upliftment of the poor.
Make more temples.
No,
We
it's
make India as a
Economic growth.
make the economy,
Economic
make
growth.
India as a developed country by 2047.
well, yes, it is one of the things, but it's not the theme. The theme is Viksit Bharat. We will cover up that what does that mean and what it basically introduces. The next question, when was the first budget of Amrit Kal launched? Okay, it was in 2023, last year. And this time there is a strategy shift in the budget from Amrit Kal to Dash.
Oh, yeah, I think I heard that. Amrit Kal to some other Kal for sure.
Yes.
And what Kal is that? I heard that. I have noted it somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Kartavya Kal.
Yes, absolutely. Now, would you like to
Good,
repeat
Mohit.
what Kartavya Kal means?
Yeah, so Kartavya Kal is about making the India as a developed country by 2047. So we are starting out on that journey.
Yes, absolutely. It highlights the need for sustainable development and committing to meet the needs of net zero by 2070 under the Amrit Kal and that the strategy shift to the Kartavya Kal. The last question, what is an interim budget and the difference of what between an interim budget and a full budget?
Interim budget is a proposal that finance ministry gives to the government.
You are close, but it's not exactly what an interim budget is. You are close. It is just a proposal. That's correct. But there is a difference between interim and the full budget.
Maybe it helps in reevaluating the financial budget that was delivered last year, previous financial year.
No, it is a proposal that is being given, but okay, let me cover that because this is a very important thing that has happened in 2024 for this budget. If you have seen that all over the newspapers and the news, it has been covered that this is not the normal or the full budget that is being covered. And we have seen that there are no specific developments that have been made in the budget this year. It is just a proposal that has been given and has been provided with the certain slabs and what all the amounts or the things that have been given to different states, the budget that has been allocated. There is no specific thing that have been introduced. It is because of the change of the government. So as you all know that now we are going to have the elections. And because of this, the government would change. And as a result, when the government changes, the budget that is usually being presented is not a full budget because we know that the elections that would happen either in April or May, there would be change in the plans of the government since the government would change. We are uncertain about whom the government will be formed for. So in that particular case, when the government changes and the elections are going to be happening 2024, as a result, interim budget is being launched. So the difference between an interim budget and full budget is that a full budget is covers the entire fiscal year, and an interim budget it bridges the gap until other new government is formed. Think of it as a temporary or a financial plan that has been proposed for now, basically for the 6 months that has been proposed. And because of this, it certainly introduced some of the changes in the tax reforms, usually off the table, and which is not present in the budget this year. So there are no changes in the tax slabs if you have seen. It is because of the change in the government that would take place. The second reason is that election commission have proposed the code of conduct which restricts us the ruling party or the party in formation that is in right now, the Modi government, making any populistic announcements or introducing any significant policy shift during an election year, because of which the interim budget is being released this year. So this would present and would shape the India's finances, but it would not be for the whole year. The new budget, a full budget would be provided and would be given by the new government in the year 2024 by July. And the last and the final thing that can introduce is vote on account. A crucial aspect of this interim budget is that vote on account. It is essentially that the government authorizes to withdraw funds from the treasury for the essentials covering, for instance, salaries, because that has to be paid to, even if the government is changing, from other services that the government is taking. And it ensures that the administration can function smoothly when the government changes takes place. So now remember that interim budget, it is not the final act. It is just something which is the proposed thing to the government. There would be a full and a final budget that would be released by July 24. So stay tuned that what the next chapter for the Indian economic stage develops. So I hope this covers that what basically the budget was introduced for and the certain questions that we delivered. So let me take a small test from the questions that I asked. I hope that you remember. What was the theme for the budget 2024? Now should be answering in chorus.
Viksit Bharat.
Viksit Bharat. Yeah.
Yes, it is correct. And to call that what Viksit Bharat basically means or what it all introduces, it is that there are 4 pillars that it connects to. First is the poor, that is Garib. Second one, women, Mahilaएं. Third is the youth or the Yuva. And fourth is the farmers or Annadata, that is popularly called as. They are basically the 4 pillars. And budget, this term that has been introduced, usually covers the reforms and development for these 4 groups of the societies or for the people. We'll cover this towards the next segment. Last and the final question. What strategy shift has taken place from Amrit Kal to?
To Kartavya Kal.
Kartavya
Kartavya Kal.
Absolutely correct. With this, I would want to introduce the general Toastmasters meeting, the different segments that it contains. The first segment, which would be the prepared speech session, where the prepared speaker would be required to give the speech by the topics that has been provided by Toastmasters International. The second segment would be the table topic session, where a speaker would be required to speak on impromptu on any topic given by the table topic master for 1 minute to 2 minutes. Whereas the last segment would be the general evaluation session, where the whole meeting would be given, we would be given a feedback for the whole meeting and would be evaluated by the general evaluator. So now with this, I would like to call upon the stage our general evaluator to introduce his CAT team, Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'll be playing the role of the general evaluator in this meeting today. In this role, I'm supposed to evaluate everything that happens in the meeting. So you can consider that this meeting today is like a garden, and everything that happens in the meeting and all the speeches that are said are like different plants and flowers. So I, along with my team, will be the gardener for the day, where I would be noting down how the different segments of the meeting and how the different speeches are progressing and helping nourish those flowers and plants so that they can blossom. So that is my role. I won't be doing this alone. I have a team which will help me in doing that. My first team member is the timer for the day. Today, the role of the timer is being played by Toastmaster Mohit Arora. So I would like to request Mohit to come forward and share his role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohit, for this introduction. Today, I'll be playing the role of a timer. Like a policeman, I'll be helping you all to stay on track, be in the rules, within time limits, by exactly like the way they help in doing so, by using the signals like green, yellow, and red. And for the prepared speeches, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. And at fifth minute, I'll be showing the yellow screen, maybe the yellow screen, or you can say I'll be changing my background to yellow, this one. And at sorry, at fifth minute, I will showing you the green card, and at sixth minute, yellow card, and seventh minute, at red card. The red card will stay active till the speech is not over. And for the prepared speeches, you will be getting 30 seconds as the grace period. You can use that time period also. And for table topics, time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. At first minute, it's the same like prepared speeches. I'll be showing green, yellow, and red cards at 1.5, and second minute. For table topics, do we have table topic session, right? For table topics, the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. At second minute, I'll be showing green card. At 2.5 minutes, I'll be showing this yellow card. And at third minute, I'll be showing this one, red card. So I'll come to the report, my detailed report at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Have a round of applause for Toastmaster Mohit for explaining his role. Next team player is the AHA counter and the grammarian. So today I will be playing the role of the AHA counter and the grammarian. As the AHA counter for the meeting, I will make a note of overused words, pauses, or filler sounds, which are used as crutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. It is said that what you measure improves. So I will be coming back at the end of the meeting to present how all of us did in terms of our scores of our count that we did. And that would help us in improving further. Next up, as a grammarian, I would be noting down the good and the not so good usages of the English language in the meeting today. And I will also be coming forward with a word of the day. Today, I've chosen the word of the day in line with the theme of the meeting. So the word of the day is prudent. Since I heard the term fiscal prudence as a part of the interim budget. So I thought let's pick up the word prudent. The word prudent means quality of being cautious, careful, and wise in making decisions. It involves exercising good judgment and foresight to avoid risks or negative consequences. Can anybody come forward and give an example of the usage of the word prudence or prudent?
Can I?
Okay, please go ahead, Toastmaster Sweta.
The government has been very prudent regarding the budget of our country.
Wonderful. Thank you, Toastmaster Sweta. It's exactly bang on. Another example could be that due to her prudence, she carefully researched all the options before making a financial investment. So I would request everybody to use the word of the day in whatever opportunity you get to speak today. And I will be making a note of how many times we use that word. And I would encourage everybody to show a thumbs up every time somebody uses the word of the day. I'll also be putting it in the chat box for easy reference for all of you. So that is my role as the AHA counter and the grammarian. Overall, as the general evaluator, I will come back at the end and present my report. And with that, I would like to hand over the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, Mehak Kapoor.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit. Now we will continue with our discussion about budget in the next segment. And what we will cover in the next two segments, first would be what all detailed things have been introduced in the budget, what all strategies have been there, what all reforms have been introduced, and how it is beneficial for an individual. While in the next in the next segment, we'll also discuss that what opposition has to say about it. And for the opposition, we will not term any specific person, but we will introduce that what perspectives have been shared and how we can see it in the budget and what improvements it still requires. We'll start with the first segment, that is the prepared speech session. And for this, I would want everyone to please note that the evaluation for this would be done in the 360-degree format, where the speaker would request a particular individual or specific people in the meeting to provide the feedback. The feedback would be provided and should contain one thing that is positive and two areas of improvement. For this, now I would like to call our speaker, Toastmaster Diptendu, on stage. All right, Toastmaster Diptendu, I would want you to please repeat after me. Today is a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day.
Okay, so you are perfectly audible and visible as well. Toastmaster Diptendu, Rahul and Ria's choice. Rahul and Ria's choice, Toastmaster Diptendu.
A great man once said that in the era of intraday stock market trading, be someone's systematic investment plan. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, this great man was my best friend, Rahul. Rahul, after completing petroleum engineering, went to Dubai and joined a company in the oil and gas industry. And as you all know, Dubai is a hotbed of commercial activity with enough and more avenues to engage one's senses. During the weekdays, Rahul used to slog at work. And during the weekends, it was parties, pubs, along with his colleagues. Well, there had to be more and more avenues in order to engage people during weekends, because in Dubai, the employers were strict and demanding, because they really paid handsomely to top tech talent from across the world. About 6 months into working in Dubai, Rahul went for a health checkup. He got his physical health assessed and he got his mental health assessed. Physically, he was doing really good. He was fit and fine. But as far as mental health is concerned, his psychiatrist told him that you are on the borderline of depression. Rahul was surprised and he did not know why did he came up with such a result. Why did the psychiatrist come up with such a result? And the psychiatrist then informed Rahul that during the weekends, what you are doing is you are listening to loud music, getting exposed to strobe lights, getting exposed to heavy smoke and smoking, and you are drinking a lot of liquor during the weekends. Also, all in all, you're spending time with people with whom you do not have really intellectual or emotional connection. And that is why that is pushing you towards the borders of depression. Rahul got really surprised by this, but he was able to understand what the psychiatrist said. He shared the same with me, his best friend. And I suggested to Rahul that why don't you join the local Toastmasters community? Because you know what? The mission of Toastmasters is that we provide a supportive and positive experience in which members are empowered to build communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. And what Rahul did was, Rahul chose a community with meaningful interactions over partying with the aid of substances which are harmful for the human body. And Rahul joined the Toastmasters community. There, he made a lot of new friends. He built a network which helped him in his professional and personal life. And at Toastmasters, during one particular meeting, Rahul met the love of his life, Ria, who herself was a successful professional in the oil and gas industry and had been working in Dubai for quite some time. Rahul and Riya met. They had a very genuine and warm friendship, which transformed into love and culminated in a marriage. But then COVID-19 struck. Both Rahul and Riya lost their jobs. The once flourishing flow of money dried up, and so did the frequent shopping and traveling. Now Rahul and Riya were spending a lot of time with each other at home, and was resulting in a lot of frequent arguments between the two of them. So much so that their marriage came on the verge of collapsing. One fine evening, the three of us, Rahul, Riya, and myself, we were having dinner, and I made a statement which ended up saving their marriage. I said that Rahul, Riya, I'm yet to come across an unattractive and an unsuccessful individual in Dubai. I had no idea that this statement would open floodgates of new thoughts in Rahul and Riya's mind. Rahul and Riya thought that they indeed were surrounded by attractive and successful individuals in Dubai. Yet neither of them ever fell prey to the lure of someone better. Also, Rahul and Riya realized that many so-called successful couples have difficulty in talking about and dealing with money matters. But the two of them were able to deal with money-related issues seamlessly, even in the face of adversity when neither of them had a job. And they realized that the real fuel that sustained their relationship was shared values and the strength of character. This helped them navigate many ups and downs of married life in the years to come. Since Rahul and Riya were unemployed, they wanted a break from the mundane activity of sitting at home day after day. So I called them to live with me for a month at my farmhouse in Kasoli. Rahul and Riya came to live with me at Kasoli. They enjoyed a slower pace of life and a simpler lifestyle, like sitting on the floor while having meals, having fresh fruits and vegetables on a daily basis. Every second or third day, Rahul and Riya would venture out into the city, circambulating the entire town on foot, over 4 to 5 hours of walking, during which time they made new friends, they made new networks. And one fine morning, Rahul read in the newspaper that a local chemical manufacturing unit was shut down. Rahul sprang up from the chair, shared this news with Riya, and both of them got to work. With the help of the new network that they had built in Kasoli, they galvanized the city council officials, they hired human resources, procured machine, and broke that factory down. What they did instead was they reclaimed, recycled, and reused most of the material from that factory and built an art district there with auditoriums, amphitheater, and a multi-cuisine food court. But most importantly, they used solar energy and wind energy as the source of energy for that project. Ladies and gentlemen, I was surprised by what Rahul and Riya had been able to accomplish in such a short duration of time. I prodded them to understand what made them do what they did. And they told me that they had been working in oil and gas industry for 10 years. And they had seen human beings burn natural resources day in and day out. And they wanted to build a project which was using sustainable sources of energy. Ladies and gentlemen, Rahul and Riya taught me the mantra of life. Make the sustainable choice. Sustainability is not just a theoretical concept, but it is a tenet to live by. Make the sustainable choice. Sustainability is a concept that can be applied to all important aspects of our existence, like health, finances, relationships, and even business. Make the sustainable choice. The unsustainable is dangerous and will eventually burn out, but the sustainable is safer and will definitely last longer. So ladies and gentlemen, I urge you all, just like Rahul and Riya, let us pledge today to always make the sustainable choice. With this, I hand it back to Madam Toastmaster.
Make the sustainable choice. What a wonderful theme that you picked up for today's speech that you gave. A wonderful speech, Toastmaster Diptendu. Now, I would request everyone to take up a minute and please give feedback to Toastmaster Diptendu in the chat section, either personal or personally to him as well. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. 1 minute is up. Now let's start over again. So we have seen that this year's budget took on the theme of Viksit Bharat, with the government visualizing a developed plan for achieving the things on Garibi Hatao maybe, or something related to women, youth and farmers by 2047, which are basically the four pillars of the Viksit Bharat. So in the light of this, we'll discuss what kind of development plans have been introduced. First one being that there will be sustainable development in all the forms for the infrastructure, whether it is the physical, digital, or the social infrastructure. And for the digital one, there would be a thing that would be introduced, that is the digital public infrastructure to promote the formalization as well as the financial growth in the country, which plans to deepen that how GST would be appropriated and how the tax base would be developed. It also introduces that, as we all know, the EV vehicles that are on the go. So digitalization also introduced that the solarization process, there would be 1 crore households or the individuals that would get the benefit from the rooftop solarization. That is basically the aim that would introduce for providing 300 units of free electricity by the year 2047 that we expect. So one is this thing. Another one, the charging of electric vehicles. We have seen that many electric vehicles are coming up. That would be the opportunity for all the individuals to incorporate so that we can have a pollution-free environment for all of us. It would not only introduce the pollution-free environment, but also provide many jobs and employment opportunities to many vendors, to many skill development courses that would be introduced, since it would be a new thing that would be introduced in our country. Then coming to the next, that this was the theme for basically the infrastructure and the investment plan that is on the EV and the solarization process that would be introduced. But what are things that have been introduced? The four pillars that have been introduced in the Viksit Bharat. The first one being direct benefit transfer that would be given to the poor people. The properties that would be made for the poor people, there have been multi-dimensional projects that are being converted so that houses can be given to the poor. So basically the main aim in the Viksit Bharat for the poor is provision of electricity, water supply, as well as the property. Second one, for the youth. Now, there has been a growth in the skill development in our country. What the Modi government has been planning is the Skill India mission. So they are incorporating entrepreneurial aspirations for the youth. So now they will be providing loans to the youth basically who are having a plan so that they can have an entrepreneurial start to their business ventures or something that they want to generate in the business field or something they want to create in this field. So this is for the youth that they are doing, that is the skill improvement in the skills, developing skills. There are many initiatives that have been started by the government that foster skill development amongst them. So the basic aim for the youth is basically the skill development in this budget. So there has been, I think, 43 crore budget has been given under PM Mudra Yojana, which basically aims for the skill development for the youth. Coming to the farmers, the Annadata. So there has been a financial assistance which is given to the farmers in the form of the PM Kisan Yojana and the loans under this. But the second thing that has been introduced is the kind of nano urea. That is basically a new thing. Initially, we usually import this from different countries, but now we have made a process of making this in our own country so that we can develop Atmanirbharta as well as helping the farmers so that we can have this in our own country and they can get easy access, cheaper rates to introduce and to give farmers the benefits. The fourth and the last pillar was Nari Shakti. And for them, there has been an introduction of the STEM courses so that they can get involved in these type of courses for their development as well, to get the employment opportunities, increasing the employment opportunities for women. Whereas the second thing is there has been an increase in the female enrollment in higher education courses, and SHGs, that is the self-help groups, have also been popularized in this budget so that women can become self-dependent. They can provide, be independent, can have all the things they want for their development and growth by the year 2047. So the budget has been allocated to them accordingly. But the things are that there has been a mission for these four pillars, which is to introduce the STEM courses, to introduce the skill development in India, to have the Namo urea seeds basically for the farmers in their own country, to promote Atmanirbharta as well, and to give farmers access to these seeds, easy access to these seeds, and for the poor people, their own houses by the year 2047. That is basically the goal. This is the goal for the Viksit Bharat. Now coming to what is the development from that of the Amrit Kal, the Kartavya Kal that we have seen, that is basically the sustainable development committing to meet the needs of net zero by 2070. That is to funding for the harassing the wind energy. That is the first thing. Wind energy at the initial capacity of 1 gigawatt that has been introduced. Second, we have seen the introduction of the electric vehicles. Then third, mandatory blending of CNG, PNG so that the compressed biogas can be used for the domestic purposes as well. Then financial assistance that would be given to all the people who are providing the CNG, or introduction of these things only. Then there would be rooftop solarization that we have also seen, that 1 crore individuals would get 300 units of electricity free. So this would be a very good thing if it happens by 2070. Then government also plans to launch e-buses for public transport to strengthen the e-vehicle ecosystem. A new scheme for manufacturing as well as biofuel that would be introduced as well. Then LED streets. Another important thing is the introduction of the Blue Economy 2.0 scheme, which will be launched to restore and adapt the coastal agriculture and the mariculture. So these are basically the schemes that have been introduced for net zero so that we can have till the year 2070, we can and we're able to meet the net zero thing and have a sustainable development in our country as well. Anything that you want to introduce, or you have seen that there has been an introduction in this budget, or any other thing that you believe has been done, you want to share your ideas or something? So the stage is open. Or anything that you want to share for this budget. Any thoughts
Has
on?
there been any change in the tax brackets or in this interim budget?
So for the tax brackets, there has been no change. There has been introduction that up to 7 lakh of the income that would be exempted from the tax, that was being, I think, not shared in the last tax slab. But this year, there is no change in the tax slab. We can see a change that would be there maybe in July, if any. But the reason for this was that they do not want to change the tax slabs every year, since it was changed last year only. We were introduced to the new tax slabs that were being provided by the government. So they want to stick to that, because the uncertainty would arise if they change the tax slab this year as well. And they have usually moved from the old tax slab to the new tax slab this year as well. So this will continue for maybe a couple of years, and then we can see a change in the tax slab in the next couple of years. But now it is one thing. Yes, I can see Toastmaster Devender has written something in the chat. Yes, Toastmaster Devender, please.
Just a small thing. Whenever it is said that there is no tax on 7 lakhs, that is subject to one condition. It is for salaried person. Like for till 5 lakhs, there is no tax. 50,000 is the standard deduction which is available to all employees, and 1,50,000 is the amount of saving that one can do. If one does save 1,50,000 rupees. So if we take all the factors, 5 lakhs and 50,000 and 1,50,000, if one saves, then till 7 lakhs, there is no tax. If one doesn't save 1,50,000, then this 7 lakh is not there. Then this is only 5 lakh and 50,000, 5,50,000. So that is subject to one condition, if one saves.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Devendra, for sharing this with us. Any other person who would like to share something or would like to give a short on about this budget? What all things that you think seem have changed and how it would benefit our country over the next few years?
I think I would like to add, like, I really, first of all, thank you, Mehak, for bringing such a theme to the table. I think we all need to know about this. And the way you are telling about the main points so that it stays in our heads is wonderfully done by you. And now coming to the budget, what I love the most about this time's budget is the 4 pillars that they are focusing on, which is like youth, women, farmers, and the, what should I say, poor. Because that's what our country is always specified as, not anymore though, like poor country or like that. So I think we are already moving towards the developed nation, and if we focus on these 4 pillars, because being the youngest nation of the world, I think we can do wonders. And if we will be focusing our energies on the right parts for these 4, not only for these 4 pillars, but overall, budget being sanctioned not only for these, but also science and technology, can actually take it more far away. I think energy-wise, yes, they are doing wonderfully well when concerning wind energy as well as the electric vehicles, but they need to take care of the solar energies and thermal energies, all these parts as well. If they will be like doing the sustainable part, which I think Toastmaster Deeptendu's tweet was also about, then I think we will be savoring a lot in the context of the science and technology. So I believe, being the scientist I am, I believe that a lot of things have to be done on that aspect. Rest, definitely, whatever is being done is great, and it's a very good, beautiful change in the budget. Thank you, Meg. Over to you.
Yes, thank you so much, Toastmaster Shweta, for sharing such beautiful thoughts about it. Yes, Toastmaster Dityendu.
So again, and thank you, Mehak, for enlightening us with the details of the budget that was recently presented. And I cannot help but compare it with another political event that is going on in our country, that is the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, wherein the organizers of that particular yatra are talking about 5 Nyay or 5 pillars of justice, which is Yuva Nyay, Bhagidari Nyay, Nari Nyay, Kisan Nyay, and Shramik Nyay, and that is very close to the 4 pillars that the government have included in the budget. So there are parallelisms there, and when both ends of the political spectrum talk about the same issue or talk about the same principles, then I think it is only good for the country, because if women are uplifted, good for the country. If laborers are empowered, good for the country.
Yes, absolutely. I think that the high-powered committee that has been performed for both of these roles, maybe whatever the opposition or whatever the party is doing, it is for the benefit of the country after all. Eventually, it helps in the development of our country itself. So thank you so much, everyone, for your contribution. In the next segment, we will discuss about what the different perspectives have arisen for this budget. And so let's move on to our next segment, that is the table topic session. And for this, I would like to invite on stage Toastmaster Shweta to continue with the session.
Thank you, our wonderful Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mehak, for giving me the virtual stage. My table topics are nothing related to the budget. My table topics will take you away from the budget. And so as all our Toastmasters over here, I don't know if somebody is a guest or not, but still, table topics is my favorite session from the whole Toastmaster meeting, wherein you get a topic on the spot and you have to think and speak for 1 to 2 minutes. That's what we do in table topics. It helps us in many ways. not only professionally, but personally as well. Sometimes when you know you are just sitting in the home and suddenly somebody, some elder asks you something, oh, thinking on the spot, oh, you answered very wonderfully. So without any, I would say, disrespect or anything, because you know how to answer, what to answer on your feet. So that's what it will help you with. Now, the table topics that I have brought today are variety of table topics. It is not one type. So I would like to know who would like to go first. Can anybody volunteer? Otherwise, I will have to ask. Anybody? Okay. Oh, Toastmaster Mohit. So Toastmaster Mohit, there is one situation for you which I will be giving, and you have to explain that situation in 1 to 2 minutes. Okay. And the situation for you would be, yeah, 1 minute. All right. So you have just got to know that Amitabh Bachchan has joined Toastmasters Club of Storytellers, and you are the breaking news reporter of our sub channel. So now you have to report in the breaking news way that Amitabh Bachchan is going to join Toastmasters Club of Storytellers. So Toastmaster Mohit, breaking news, Toastmaster Mohit. Over to you.
Hello, everyone. We have some flashing news coming in right here on our news channels. And this is about Amitabh Bachchan. There's nobody in the country, probably not even in the world, who doesn't know who Amitabh Bachchan is. But today, what you're going to hear is going to get you completely go bonkers, because Toastmasters Club of Storytellers is now the chosen place for Amitabh Bachchan. This is a huge news for all the people at Toastmasters Club of Storytellers, that it has gotten the visibility and it's gotten the interest of none other than Amitabh Bachchan. And what we are also hearing is that with this news, there are several other leaders of the country, several other Bollywood stars and politicians, and there's a whole lot of people who are just rushing in to join Toastmasters Club of Storytellers. The Vice President of Education membership are all president. Diptendu, yes, we have Toastmaster Diptendu here live. We'll talk to him right in a few minutes, but they're planning to increase the fees of the club. So I think those who are still waiting should join now, because this is the right time. The club membership fee is going to go up to, we are hearing it's going to go up to over ₹100,000 a month. So right now it is still well under ₹1,000 a month. So join now before it's too late for you. And hear from Amitabh Bachchan and several other stars in not only the country, but also from the whole world. We are hearing that Joe Biden has shown interest in, and he's willing to pay any amount of fees to join Toastmasters Club of Storytellers. Area Director Mehak Kapoor is like not sure if she's dreaming or if this is a reality. We have to pinch her to tell her that yes, this is actually happening indeed. So all of you Toastmasters Club of Storyteller members, leaders are proud in this moment. They're celebrating, and there are only good and better times to come ahead. Over to you, Toastmaster Sweta. Back to you, reporting, handing it over back to you from our news channel to Toastmaster to Sweta to hear further. Thank you.
Oh my God, can we please have a huge round of applause for such an amazing breaking news reporter? I mean, that was amazing. The fees will go up to 1 lakh was my favorite part. Amazing, amazing. All right, with this amazing start of the table topic, do we have any guests in the Suraj? Are you a Toastmaster or are you a potential Toastmaster?
Yeah, I'm a potential Toastmaster. I'm a part of Newtown Toastmaster
Okay.
Club. Yeah.
Oh, you are already a Toastmaster, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But you are a guest at Toastmasters Club of Storytellers. So let's go with you next. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's give it a try.
All right, don't worry. I'll just give you a quote to speak on. Okay. So the quote goes like that: where there is a will, there is always a way. So Toastmaster Suraj, where there is will, there is a way. Where there is will, there is a way. Toastmaster Suraj. Over to you.
I think that's a wonderful quote. Let me begin with the start myself. Actually, I'm somebody who studied in Hindi medium. I'm proper from a village, and I did my BTech from IIT. After graduating, I couldn't speak a single sentence, and I was very afraid to speak in front of in my office. Everybody was speaking English. I was afraid how am I going to speak in front of them. Then I found there is a platform which is a Toastmaster. So I search about, and I research about it, and then I joined in 2021 2022. And initially I was, I couldn't speak, but I was continuously attending the meeting. I was listening to every speakers, and I also started watching English movies and English song and news. So I would say, like, there is a way. What was a quote? I'm so sorry. There is a will. There is a way. So
There
I
is a
would
way.
say
Where there is a will.
I'm not a good speaker, but I can learn. I believe I can improve. So that's why I continue attend the meeting and I try to improve myself. Yeah, I think that's all from my side.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Suraj. And I don't think so anybody of us can actually guess that you were not good in English. You spoke very well according to us. And you gave a beautiful example of yourself to come and become a proof of this quote, that where there is a will, there is always a way. You wanted to learn, you wanted to become better, and you joined Toastmaster. Amazingly explained. Thank you for that. Now, I would go to the next one. Anybody wants to first volunteer, or should I choose? Anybody? Okay, so Toastmaster Davinder, would you like to go next?
Yes, sure.
Perfect. So for you, there is something that I have. Is it possible, Toastmaster Davinder, you can come on camera?
Yes, I can come on. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. So for you, there is a special one. It is like the flip table topic we are going to try. So there are serials and then there are advertisements between the serials. So first you have to talk about the serials, your love for serials. And as soon as I say flip, you have to talk about the love for advertisements. Okay? Are we clear?
Yes.
So you can start with your favorite serial and I will say flip, then you talk on advertisements. Then again, I will say flip, you go back to your serial. Okay?
After serial, I have to describe an advertisement.
Any advertisements, like advertisements makes us actually give a break from this Rona Dona and whatever, like, these kind of things that happens
Okay.
in serials. So you have to explain in your own way, right? So yeah, I will be saying flip and you have to change. And I can say flip as many times in 1 to 2 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, over to you.
Whenever I come back from office, there is Anupama going on in my home. And that's my favorite serial because my wife is always busy in that and she doesn't disturb me. Now, if coming to Anupama, Anupama has got fight with her second husband as well. So this was not the fault of her first husband. I think Anupama is at fault that she fights whatever husband number it is. And
Flip.
रिश्ते में तो हम तुम्हारे बाप लगते हैं नाम है शहनशाह and have just joined Toastmaster Club of Storytellers. Are you too willing to join that? Membership fee may go up at the earliest possible. Join before I join. This is what the message from me to you as Amitabh Bachchan, the Mahanayak of this country.
Flip.
I don't know when will Anupama die. Even all her relatives are dying, but this serial is not getting ended up day in, day out. Even my wife doesn't cry that much as does Anupama cry. I am more disturbed with Anupama than my wife as of now because of this serial Anupama. I don't know when will this end. And peace will come to my life. This serial is like anything
Flip.
because if Anupama is
Flip.
अगर एक दिल्ली का छोरा भी बॉम्बे में जाकर नाम कमा सकता है तो तुम भी कुछ भी कर सकते हो. This is a message of Shah Rukh Khan to all the Bollywood lovers and all the Delhites, because Delhites always hate Mumbaikars. This is Mumbaikars. They always undermine the Delhites, and I am the one who has made the Delhi proud over there. Are you the one to make Delhites proud over there? Then join my academy, acting academy, where you would learn to stammer and start saying "Kaka Kaka Kiran." You could have. Anupama's directors have changed 3 times now because this is such a long serial that even and they earn too much that I doubt if they are paying right tax to the government. I will have to audit their accounts to determine if the right amount of income tax or GST is going there, because this serial is disturbing me a lot as of now, as does this topic is doing the same to me, because I'm not thinking anything else to speak on this as of now.
Thank you.
Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Davinder. What an amazing table topic it was. And the favorite part was that even my wife doesn't cry that much Anupama cries. Amazing. So, okay, with this wonderful flip method that was wonderfully and excellently done by Toastmaster Davinder, let's move to our next table topic speaker. Who would like to go next? Toastmaster Nupur, would you like to go next? Are you there, Toastmaster Nupur?
Hello, Sweta ji.
Yeah, you're here, right?
Yeah, but I can't participate.
All right. No issues. You enjoy them.
Okay.
Toastmaster Mehak, should we go with you next?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you like acting, Mehak?
Okay.
So you have to act like a celebrity, and we all have to guess which celebrity you are acting like. You have 1 to 2 minutes to act like anyone, male or female celebrity, and we will be the ones guessing the name of the celebrity. Okay? You can take your 30 seconds and you can ask the timer to start at that. Over to you, Toastmaster Mehak. Toastmaster Mehak, act like a celebrity, Toastmaster Mehak.
Okay. I would like the timer to start. What are you doing? This is my accent. I'm sawing because it's, I want to feel like I am all over the age of 28. Can you guess me? Who am I? Anyone, can you guess me? Who am I?
Ranveer Singh.
No, I'm not Ranveer Singh. All right. I come into the picture right now. Now, can you guess who am I? I'm the most thick actor of the industry. I don't age at all. Now, can you guess who am
Anil
I?
Kapoor.
Anil Kapoor.
Anil
Chakas.
Kapoor.
Yes,
Chakas.
you are absolutely right. A round of an applause for all of you. Moving on to my second take. I'm the daughter of the most important film star of the industry.
Suhana Khan.
So I have a very beautiful talent. I can actually, twist my tongue. I can touch my nose to my tongue.
It's Ahana Pandey.
Is it Janvi Kapoor?
Yes, you are
It's
absolutely
Ahana.
correct.
Oh, it's Janvi
Ananya
Kapoor.
Pandey. No, it's Ananya
Oh,
Pandey. You are
Ahana
correct.
Pandey.
You're correct.
Ananya Pandey. Yeah.
A round of an applause for you too. Moving on to my third take. So I got this beautiful traits. I am the most beautiful actress of this whole country. And you know that I have got the genes from my father and I have got the money from my father as well. I think that whole film industry sucks like being the wardrobe or something that their attire.
Sonam
Now, can you
Kapoor.
guess? Yes, you're absolutely correct.
Wonderful, wonderful Toastmaster
Thank
Mehak.
you.
I
Thank
didn't know
you.
that you are. Thank you. I didn't know that you are going to do 3 in one table topic. Amazingly done. And who says you can't act? You were doing it so very well. The best part was this. Amazingly done. Thank you. Thank you for such an entertaining table topic session for us. And now moving on, we have now the timer left in Toastmaster Diptendu. As we say, the quality of the meeting matters, not the quantity. So the quality seems to be very excellent over here. And now I will be going ahead with Toastmaster Diptendu. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so Toastmaster Diptendu, for you, I have a wonderful topic. You have to sell a product. And the product is the healthy version of dhokla, which is the Ayurvedic dhokla. So you have to sell an Ayurvedic dhokla to us. Let's see how you're going to sell it and whether we are going to buy it or not. Over to you, Toastmaster Diptendu. Sell a product, Toastmaster Diptendu.
Beta, it is evening. It is time to have the evening tea along with some snacks. And you know what? I used to give my kid a dhokla along with tea every evening. And I did not just give a dhokla. I gave my child an allopathic dhokla. An allopathic dhokla, along with the normal ingredients of a dhokla, had little bit of a paracetamol. And that is why, since from the age of 5 years till the age of 20 years, my child never had fever. Because I gave my child daily dose of paracetamol in the allopathic dhokla. But at this point, I have to share that I'm ashamed as a parent. Because of what I fed my child developed resistance to allopathic medicines. And during one unfortunate phase of COVID-19, it was very difficult for my child to recover from the high fever because I was feeding my child allopathic dhokla. And that is when I, still sticking to my guns of feeding dhokla and tea to my child, switched to an Ayurvedic medicine known as Sitot Piladi. And I started mixing Sitot Piladi in the dhokla and started feeding it to my child. And magically, not only did it help my child recover from COVID-19 and its after effects, but my child's immunity and overall energy became much higher than it was prior to COVID. When other people, after recovering from COVID-19, were finding it difficult to get to work or go to gym or do strenuous physical activity, my child went ahead and joined an oil and gas company in Dubai as a laborer after recovering from COVID-19. After all, despite the government's greatest efforts to improve the economy, still job is a major concern for the citizens of our country. And my child, with the help of Ayurvedic Dhokla, is somehow surviving in Dubai as a laborer. With this, I hand it back to the table topics master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dipendu. What an amazing take. I think I will definitely buy this Ayurvedic dhokla, doing wonders for people. And I feel like I'm not doing a table topic session. I feel like I'm listening to humorous speech sessions from all of you. It's like so amazing. Every topic is full of humor. So thank you everyone. And now only one person is left, that is the timer. I will time you if you don't mind. Toastmaster Mohit, would you like to go next?
Sure, I'll try. I'm not very
Perfect.
good in table topics, but I'll try.
Don't worry, I'll bring the nice quotes for you. Nothing major, I'm going to do it.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
I will write down green, yellow, red in the chat section. Kindly check that out. And for you, Toastmaster Mohit, the power of finding beauty in the humblest things makes you happy. The power of finding beauty in the humblest things makes you happy. Toastmaster Mohit. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shweta, for this topic and calling me out to speak on that topic. Let me tell you about myself first. You know my name. I am Mohit Arora. But do you know who I am? I prefer getting me called as a traveler. And traveler, I mean anything related to nature. Nature is so humble. Nature is so great. Why I like nature, why I like traveling. It's all about finding the beauty, the humbleness of this nature. You might find me in a month or two, every month or two, you might find me heading towards hills, mountains, in behind that scenery, that scenery that we used to draw in our primary classes. You might find me there. You might see my profile pics or anywhere in my gallery. You will get the nature behind everything. The humbleness, the humble part. What I like about nature is simple. The thing what I become when I am in that nature, when I am at mountains. Thank you. I'm not getting anything right.
No problems. Thank you. Still sharing with us that how you feel when you are into the nature. And definitely that's the most humble a person can feel when they are actually into the nature, because we are made of that only at the end of the day. And so thank you for taking on the topic. And that was all from my side as the table topic master for today. And with this, I will hand over to our budget master for today, who is none other than our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mehak. Thank you everyone for your participation.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shweta, for such a wonderful session. We have spent another 30 minutes laughing and rolling out loud. So thank you so much for conducting such a beautiful session. Now coming back to the budget session once again. So let's talk about what are the mixed reviews we have got from the public. We will not call out the names for the people because since they were the oppositions, we would just display that how and what are the advantages and the disadvantages of this budget that has been provided. So basically, we'll call it as a review for the time being. So certain people have called it as something the budget was contained a soul. Certain have considered it as an hollow budget, thinking that it would not bring any advantage to our country as of now. People have also called it as that it is visionless. It does not have any vision in the long run. It is just centered towards the person who is in power and position right now. And it would not be called as a historic budget as what has been developed earlier. However, there are certain exercises and that has been developed in this interim budget, which is very important because when the budget was being provided, there were certain pessimist people who believed that the union budget would be a tool to just a code of conduct to conduct the elections that would be provided in because the elections are coming up. However, it is not such because our finance minister gave a very beautiful path on the budget. We call it as a budget with soul because it has a head, it has a heart, and it's in the right place itself. It has considered all the four important things in the society which needs development. However, why people have called it as a hollow budget or something which is visionless is because the Viksit Bharat has contained the four people or the four sections of the society. However, there are not certain specific things that have been provided to these four sections. And what the government talks about is that these four sections would be given their due things of the budget once in the July 24 when the government is stable and the government has been formed. So because of this, they have not provided a very clear guidelines for what these four sections or strata of the society have to do about in the budget. Moving on, a sharp cut in the fiscal budget. So there were also certain people who gave upon two things that the fiscal deficit in our country right now is very high. It's around, I guess, around 18 lakh or something is the fiscal deficit that we are approaching towards, because of which, and that would eventually increase. So the budget did not talk anything about the fiscal deficit in the country right now. So this could be a thing that is on the disadvantage side of the budget because it did not include anything about the fiscal deficit, which would or may continue to rise even further because the from in the fiscal year 24 the fiscal deficit is 5.9% and which may increase further to 5.6 or even 7% percentage in the next few years. So there would be certain advantages when the fiscal deficit would be lowered, but currently it is increasing at a higher rate. And coming to the young, ambitious, and the entrepreneurs that the Modi government has taken, one of the big concerns for the government in this budget is about the young people, the developments in their skills, and considering them as an asset for the nation. However, it cannot be taken for granted because we have to also see that certain section of the people are not even going to the school. So so there has to be certain provision for them as well. Just thinking about the skills of the people would not just be one thing or should not just be the target of the government. There should be certain things that should also be in provision for the primary education by the government as well. And this would eventually increase the skills and the participation of the youth once they become or they approach the age of 15 or 16. And that would eventually be being termed as the entrepreneurial spirit in the country. So now what do you think whether this budget is an advantageous situation or would be a disadvantage considering the factors that are being shared or the different perspectives being shared by the opposition leaders, for instance, calling it as a hollow budget or not having given due respect to the fiscal deficit, considering certain situations in the economy. Anyone who would like to answer? According to you, what is your perspective on this budget? Do you think that it would be advantageous in the long run or not in the long run for the further 6 months that we have with the same government following up?
As much as I have got the, like, I would say, knowledge of the budget being shared and everything, I feel like that it should be beneficial for our country because of the pillars they are focusing on. Because those are the pillars that sometimes, government, even if they say they don't focus, as I always would like to say, I'm a politically neutral person, but still, if I have to talk on that and if I have to comment on that, I would say that these four pillars are the most important ones. And once they are being taken care of, the rest of the part of our country will anyways flourish. Because at the end of the day, the entrepreneurs you're talking about, like the kind of the youth coming up and starting their own thing is becoming the best thing in our country for the moment, because a lot of new innovations, new ideas are being practically driven and practically coming out into the society to be used by all of us. So I feel like this kind of freedom, when given, is only possible when the focus of the government is on them. So along with youth, if the poor will also be uplifted, any which ways, it will. I would say these four pillars somehow are interconnected. A lot is being done by the entrepreneurs for farmers as well. You know how they can make it better in the field of agriculture. Like what can be done better for pesticides? Like okay, I'll not go into the details, but yes, what can be done better for their functioning to happen faster? So that is done by the youth who are becoming entrepreneurs and want to bring change in the agricultural part of the agricultural sector of our country. And again, along with these two, if women are also empowered and are actually come along with these two, the youth and the farmers, then I feel like anything and everything is possible. So poor will be uplifted when these three will work together, and more jobs vacancies will be there when more and more entrepreneurs will be coming with their ideas and companies. So more and more people will be getting more and more work. So in principle, we will be not having problems of poverty, unemployment, or education as well, because education will also become the most important thing that we will be bringing as a kind of a like knowledge to the people around. So I believe that this budget is really, really going to be beneficial for our country. So that's my take on it. But thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shweta. Yes, indeed. And it has also been stated that this was considered one of the historic budgets because our finance minister has been providing it for the consecutive 6 years. This has been done after our Prime Minister Morarji Desai after his government. So we have seen that it is one of the longest serving government after his government. And certainly, when there is a change in the government, we usually do not expect such detailed budget, but still the government has made an effort to provide certain initiatives and certain things, even if it is for the 3 to 4 months or 6 months, just to be taken on the maximum side of the budget. And on the uh, certainly for the next 3 to 4 months, what the government is majorly planning upon is working upon the Indian railways. Even in this interim budget, they have formulaic strategy to have three major corridors, which would include the port connectivity, would have one for the minerals and for the cement corridor, the high traffic density corridor, so that there could be a smooth logistics flow. That is, this target is for the 3 to 4 months. Then the second one is having the rooftop solarization that we talked about initially. And the last one is the PM Yojana, so provide houses to the poor people in these 3 to 4 months. So we have seen that this budget had everything being connected. That is the Viksit Bharat, the theme or what was being called off earlier. The moral of the whole story here is that government was not discouraged by the limitations of being again as an interim budget. It has still gone ahead and presented a kind of a full-fledged budget only. So budget with a soul. That's what we have considered and what we can just sum it up as one of it. So thank you so much, everyone. Now I would present the stage to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Mohit, to continue and carry forward.
So let's have a huge round of applause for our Toastmaster of the day. Thank you, Toastmaster Mehak, for enlightening us with such amazing information about something that we all should be aware about. Before I get on to the report of as general evaluator, I would like to first check about our prepared speaker. Toastmaster Diptendu today gave his speech. I wanted to check with Toastmaster Diptendu if he got enough feedback from our audience here today.
I did get a feedback from a couple of people. So usually 360-degree feedback is done during the GE session, wherein the speaker calls out people from the meeting attendees and request them for feedback.
Okay, so let's do that then. Let's at least have a couple of folks come forward and share the 360-degree evaluation. I can. Do you want to select yourself, Toastmaster Diptendu? Is that how it goes?
That's how it goes. I have seen this pattern in some other.
Okay, we'll. I'll hand it over to you. You can do it the way you are used to.
Thank you. So let us start with Toastmaster Mohit Sahani.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Diptendu. So, Toastmaster Diptendu, what I loved the most about the speech was the energy level that the speaker brought into the stage. He was almost living the message that he was trying to deliver. So the body language, the energy levels conveyed that he was completely convinced about the topic, which was about sustainability. He also had a great use of the stage. I noticed that he was standing up and delivering it, which was making the message and his impact higher. The strength of the speaker is the word usage. You selected some really good words in your speech. In order to make this speech better, I would suggest that it is better to stay focused on one specific central idea. I thought that the speech was moving around into multiple dimensions, which for a 5 to 7 minute speech meant that there was a lot to process as a recipient. So I would suggest you focus on one topic and then let everything else revolve around that central idea. Overall, a great speech, and without taking further time, I would hand it over back to yourself.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohit. Moving on to Toastmaster Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Diptendu. So starting with, I think I love the second thing that I loved about your speech was the story. First of all, the story that was very great. You included it and how you were performing the acts of different person. That was very commendable. Second thing was that again you were very energetic. You started and with bang on with different usage of vocabulary. Towards the end, also you were using props and how you ended the speech by liking a match cake and then showing about your hands on that part. So that was very beautifully done to give a strong message to the people on sustainability. What things that could be improved? One, maybe that there were certain many things in the speech that were being delivered towards the end. Having the conclusion was really great, but having a conclusion, maybe the speech could have been concluded when you just spoke about and you showed the props on the sustainability. That could have been a very good ending on that part. And second thing is like when you stack it over, maybe there were a lot of characters being introduced in the stacking, so that was a little confusing part, and that's all I think. So towards the stacking, the commendable things were the prop using of the props, like how you use the props, energy level was high, and the good usage of the vocabulary and the grammar terms that were being used. Just little improvement on the characters part maybe, and certain the conclusion part as well towards the end. Yes, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mehak. Just one more feedback from, say, Toastmaster Devinder. Devinder, if you are there. Okay. I can ask Suraj. All
I
right.
think, hello,
Yeah, Suraj, please.
Diptendu, were you saying something?
Yeah, I was just soliciting
can-
feedback for my speech, Devinder.
Diptendu, I didn't listen that very carefully, so I won't be.
That's okay, Devinder.
I was on and off. Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. So, Suraj, any feedback on the speech?
I guess I really loved your speech entire time. One thing I would like to point out that I think Toastmaster Mohit also point out at that point is that somewhere I felt like your story is not I would say like somewhere you are talking about couples are fighting over money or something, and suddenly you're talking about sustainability, all that thing. So somewhere I feel like I didn't get the point. So I think if you could talk about like Toastmaster Mohit said, like you can speak I just wanted to say, like, you can speak like you can take a proper proper story, like just like I think that's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Suraj. And back to the general evaluator.
Okay, a round of applause for all the evaluators who gave the 360-degree feedback for Toastmaster Diptendu. Before I present my own report, I would like to request our policeman of the day, the timer, Toastmaster Mohit, to please come forward and present the timer report.
I believe everyone was scared of policemen here. All of them were on time, within time limit. Nobody crossed their time limits. The Toastmaster Ditendu, who was here for the prepared speech, he took almost 7 minutes and 24 seconds. And Toastmaster Mohit Sahani for table topics took 2 minutes 27 seconds. Toastmaster Suraj 1 minute 13 seconds. Toastmaster Devender was almost near time only 2 minutes, but he was given a different type of theme. So I think it is okay with that. 2 minutes 44 seconds. Toastmaster Mehak 2 minutes 18 seconds. Toastmaster Deependu 2 minutes 14 seconds. And me, Toastmaster Mohit, 1 minute and 21 seconds. Thank you.
A round of applause for Toastmaster Mohit, our timer for the day. Okay, now I would like to invite myself for presenting the R counter and the grammarian report. So let me share my screen for the R counter report. Okay, can I be given screen sharing access? Okay, you can see the R counter report. Toastmaster Diptendu has used 1 repetition. Mohit Arora has several R's and ums and a couple of repetitions. I haven't made a note of my own. I'm sure I have quite a few, but not noted here. Mehak has 1 R and 1 repetition. Toastmaster Sweta, you have quite a few places where you use ers and couple of repeats. Toastmaster Suraj has used 1 R, 1 and there are quite a few knows, so you might want to be careful about knows while speaking. Toastmaster Nupur has 1 R, and Toastmaster Devender has 1 R as well. Overall, I think we did quite well in terms of the R counts today. Just something for all of us to be mindful of is trying to avoid the knows and ahs and ums. You can have a little pause rather than having a or an or ah, which will help reflect your speech in better light. So that's the report I have for the R counter today. For the grammarian report, I think as far as the word of the day is concerned, it was prudence or prudent. I did not notice anybody using that word, but I would challenge you to use that word now that you know the meaning of it. It means being wise, cautious, or extra careful so as to avoid a risk or any potential issues. So use that word in the times to come. And for the good and I think there were several good usages in the meeting today. There were a lot of new terms that we got introduced to, like starting with the budget or the even the fiscal deficit. Some of those terms were new, and I did not again notice any incorrect or any places where any improvement is needed with regard to the grammar. So that is my report as the grammarian for the day. Now I'll present my overall report. I was acting as the gardener for the meeting, which is nothing less than a garden today. The meeting ended up being full of so many beautiful speeches, so many beautiful new insights and amazing content, which all of us shared. And they were not less than any flowers or plants that we have in our garden. And so the best part is that all of us came forward as gardeners as well to further enhance the quality of our garden. So we did a 360-degree evaluation for Toastmaster Diptendu. So thank you all of you for that. Now, overall for my report, first of all, I would like to start by the Sergeant at Arms. Toastmaster Diptendu acted as the Sergeant at Arms today. He gave us all an exercise to do. He engaged all the audience by asking us those couple of statements to repeat, and that was meant to absolve all of us for any pressure or any situation where we feel awkward. I think that was a great way to start the meeting. Toastmaster Diptendu as the Sergeant at Arms, because all of us do feel at times that, you know, whether I'm good enough, whether I'm coming across as the person I would like to be. So that actually helped us absolve us of any of that pressure. Then Toastmaster Diptendu also acted as he is actually the presiding officer of the meeting. So he talked about 2 points. One was the celebration for the winners for the international speech contest for the club. And then he reminded all of us of the renewals. He also welcomed the guests and got their introduction. So those are the things that one needs to do as the presiding officer. So all of those were covered very well. So kudos to Toastmaster Diptendu for playing his role as Sergeant at Arms and the president. Now, coming on to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mehak. If we can say the budget was one with a soul, then I would say this meeting and the entire theme of the meeting made the meeting a meeting with a soul. So thank you, Toastmaster Mehak, for presenting us with such simplified version of a very complicated or complex topic, which is the interim budget. You started off with a question which got the audience hooked. Those were simple questions, and eventually once you got the audience together, you helped us understand some of the more complex topics as well around the budget. So very well researched way of presenting the theme of the day. I think one thing that I learned from Mehak, which all of us can take back, is that she has set an example that we can excel at our workplace or our main area of work by coming into and using the time in a Toastmasters meeting to further enhance our delivery and our knowledge of the content. I think most of us know she's a student of economics herself. And what better way to come forward, present something, and then apply this and take this to the next level. So that's a great learning for all of us to take back. It was also a topical topic, which means that some topic which is actually relevant in today's time, with the budget coming out just few days back. So very good topic selection there. One thing that I would suggest to Toastmaster Mehak is that while most of the content was simplified, there were still certain terms which would have been difficult for the audience to understand. For example, the fiscal deficit was a term which was used several times, but adding extra prudence in such words so as to ensure that the audience actually understands what fiscal deficit means. Maybe having a definition around it would help further, considering the audience that we have today. Overall, you covered the theme, and you also covered your role as the Toastmaster of the day by talking about what is the Toastmasters meeting segments, and you did not lose sight of that while you were talking about the theme. So, and you covered all of that within the time limit as well. So kudos to Toastmaster Mehak. Let's have a round of applause again for our Toastmaster of the day. Moving on to our timer, Toastmaster Mohit Arora, the policeman for the day. And thank you, kudos to Toastmaster Mohit for picking up the role at the last moment. And you played your part extremely well. The way you were sharing the timer cards was helping the speakers to know how they were doing on time. So kudos. Let's have a round of applause for Toastmaster Mohit for picking up the role at the last moment and also for delivering it to the satisfaction of all. For the R counter and the grammarian, there were several areas of improvement, especially on the grammarian side. A better note could have been made of the words which were well delivered, and also certain points should be there about what did not go well. So something for the grammarian to take back. So I'm going to make a note of that and improve upon that. Now, coming to our table topics master, Toastmaster Sweta. I think all the smiles in the room are already showing what a fantastic job she did today as the table topics master. The kind of versatility in the topics, the kind of different nuances she brought into the table topics added such a lot of fun, excitement, and it also got all of us together. It was like we were sitting in a physical room together and laughing together. So thank you for helping us on that front by adding so much humor, talking to us about the flip way of doing the table topics and having topics which are so energetic themselves. So kudos to Toastmaster Sweta, our table topics master. Now, I think overall the meeting was one with a soul. It was everybody was completely engaged, absorbed about everything that was happening in the meeting, and that is what makes a Toastmasters meeting a huge success. And if there is one recommendation I would have for all of us, that would be to publicize a little bit more about such meetings, a little bit more in advance. I think this topic of a theme for today's meeting was such that would have attracted several other people, because we all want to know about what the budget is all about, and there is no better way to find out than an environment like this. So if the PR team publicizes it ahead of time, and if all of us who are present in the room can put it in the story in the WhatsApp, it would bring in a lot of audience and it would help everybody to know about this topic and to know about Toastmasters. So that's one recommendation I have, that all of us present here today do our bit and the PR team does their part to promote the good stuff that we are doing. Overall, that's a great meeting. I'm taking several things back, and I'm sure all of us are doing the same. And I would now hand over the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit, our Gardner, General Evaluator for the day, for giving such detailed insights about the meeting. Now, towards the end, I just want to conclude with the thing that we should acknowledge that the visionary steps that have been taken by our Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, in the Union Budget, which paves the way for a digitally advanced, a sustainable as well as a healthy India. And let's see what growth and development 2047 and 2070 brings for us. This budget definitely reflects a progressive approach focusing on the inclusive side as well as leveraging the potential for the cutting edge technologies and the crucial business reforms that have been taken place and that will take place with the youth and taking everyone in the sectors of the economy. So with this, I would like to present the stage to our President Toastmaster Diptendu with a huge round of applause.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mehak. A wonderfully presented theme, well researched, and it certainly was a theme through which we all got to learn a lot. And thank you to all the role players. And I would at this point request all of you to vote for the best table topic speaker, and I would appreciate if you could send me a message directly. Apart from that, while the voting is going on, I would request Suraj to share feedback for today's meeting. Suraj.
I really loved entire session. I would say this is the club. Whenever I come to this club, I think this is my second time I'm coming here, and this is the club I love most.
Thank you so much, Suraj. Do consider joining our club and keep visiting the club. We would love to have you more often. Mohit Arora, Toastmaster Mohit Arora, any feedback for us, Mohit?
Hi, everyone. Though I liked the meeting, all the content was great, informative. I haven't heard this budget this time, but I've got most of the insights from you, Toastmaster Mehak, today. And the feedback about this, though I'm not very much, I don't actually view this online meetings, but used to this online meetings. The only feedback I can give is, if possible, if we can use the actual background instead of these virtual backgrounds, then I think it will be more engaging. What I believe, maybe I don't know about you, or you are doing it from the so much time, maybe.
All
If we
right.
can find background, a better background, one you can, that would be good. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Mohit. Devinder, good to have you. Any feedback for us?
It was really great table topic, I would say. All the participants listening to Mohit ji was just कि अमिताभ बच्चन जी के बाद मुझे लग रहा है एज ए गेस्ट भी कहीं फीस बहुत ज्यादा ना बढ़ जाए तो मैं जल्दी ज्वाइन कर लूं. Sorry for speaking in Hindi, but that's it from my side.
Thank you so much, Devinder. And of course, thank you, Shweta, for joining into this meeting. So I have got anyone who hasn't sent their vote to me for the best table topic speaker can do so in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And with this, I would now announce the best table topic speaker for this afternoon, and it is Toastmaster Devinder. Let's have a round of applause for Toastmaster Devinder. Well done. It was not a regular pattern to speak on, with the flip coming in ever so often, and you did fantastic.
Thank you. Sure, I would do.
Thank you. All right. With this, I started the meeting with the 3 sentences which probably would have taken some pressure off. I'd like to end the meeting with a little story which hopefully makes you a little excited for the week that is about to start. There was a guy sitting with his colleagues, and this guy started explaining something to his colleagues. For the first 3 seconds, his colleague heard, and then they started ignoring him and actually started talking over him. At that very moment, someone else intervened. Hey, allow him to complete what he was speaking. And this guy then confidently said, if everybody would have heard me attentively with courtesy, it would have been great. I would have gotten to share, people would have gotten to learn. But if people are not willing to listen to me, they're ignoring me, that means they see me as a threat. That means I'm doing well professionally. And if they are going so far as to speak over me so that I keep my mouth shut, then I will come to office tomorrow again and speak again. So keep speaking. Either you will get your point across, or you will show people who is the boss. So with a lot of energy and enthusiasm, let us start our week tomorrow. And thank you all for spending time this afternoon.
Wonderful. Okay.
The recording can be
We'll
stopped
stop the
now.
recording. Yeah.